started with the tutorial part of the video. It's pretty quick, actually. I'm starting out with, I'm going to struggle with these names. Just warning you now, I really don't mean any offense by it. But I'm going into Katsna with my E17. I'm sorry, my E13 for Morphe. And I am going to take that right into my crease. Don't have to worry about being too precise. So we're going to clean up pretty much everything. I'm doing this thing with the camera right now where I don't want you too far to where you can't see anything. But I don't want you so close that you can see the hairs on my mustache or something, you know. Okay, so I'm going in with Jamila, which is this super warm orange. This is not as orange as Morocco from the other, I believe, the Nubian 2 palette. That one is like straight up Cheetos. Okay, so I'm taking Jamila and I'm kind of marking where I want it to start at like a new crease. This is with a crown crease brush. And I'm just going to extend out that wing part because I'm going to end up doing eyeliner. And then with this Morphe E18, I'm taking more Katsna, and I'm just going to start buffing this line out. Switching back to my E13. Right, now I'm going to go into Jamila again with this Royal and Langnickel crease brush, and just going to work on creating a depth in that new crease line that I have. And I am bringing it all the way into the inner corner if I didn't say that. Going in with a mixture of Jamila and Katsna on that E18 again. And then I'm gonna buff it out again. So I'm so dumb. I bought 2-day shipping on this palette, thinking that I would get it on Thursday since I was leaving on Friday. And I did not. I got it on Saturday and I wasn't here to film with it. And so today is Monday and I'm filming with it now, which is a bummer. I hate to be the last one ever to get it up. Dip it in Katsna again. They have definitely improved their matte formula. I didn't hate it or anything. I know it sounds like I hated it, but I didn't hate it. I just thought it could be better. The shimmers were so good compared to the matte shades. This is the brush that I used to set the concealer that I put down with Cream Puff on it. So that is just a cream color shade. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Unique concealer. Freaking love this for on my actual eyes. I don't like it for concealing as much just because I think I have ones that I will always compare it to. I'm going to take this concealer on a Sigma winged liner brush and I'm going to use this to carefully sketch out my new lid. Max, no. Max! Now I'm going to go in with this Crown Concealer brush. Basically with this brush, I'm just going to kind of thin out the concealer that's on my eyelid. taking cream puff on that same angled, I don't exactly know what you'd even call this. It's just like a flat yet angled brush. Do you see this? It's from Morphe. It is the M419. It was in the clearance section on Morphe.com one time. Max, I'm filming. And I'm just patting that on top of the concealer to set it all. And then I'm going to go in again with Juvia, and I'm very lightly just going to go around all the lines of that concealer, just so it's not like so obvious. I'm not very good at cut creases, to be honest. Alright, now I'm going to be taking this Kylie eyeliner brush. This is the angled eyeliner brush that comes with her Kyliner kits. And I'm taking Kia, which is this beautiful teal color. I am going to get the brush wet. I'm actually just dipping. I sprayed setting powder onto the back of a palette. It's very hygienic. And then I'm just going into that Kia shade. You're not getting the sweat because of like lack of pigment. I'm getting the sweat so that I can get a nice sharp line with a powder. Normally if you just go in with a powder, it'll just be a powdery line and it's not going to be as precise as I want it. I start by drawing out the wing. And then I'm going to flip that wing backwards. Reading where we've started. And now I'm just going to kind of work on getting that liner as thick as I want. And then obviously I do have to work on the opacity of it. Oh, let's see, I got too much and it kind of crumbled off. For the lower lash line, I am going to take Juvia and I'm just going to smoke out that outer corner, mostly the outer corner, meeting that wing, and then I'll take a little cat's nut over top of it. For lashes, I'm using Stella from Coco Lashes. These are PC and gorgeous and while the glue is drying, I'm going to curl my lashes and add some mascara. This is the Mary Kay sample. And I'm just putting this through to get my lashes black so that they match with my falsies. And I'm actually getting a little bit of length. They are growing. On my waterline, I'm going to put Honeydew from Color Pop. And then for my lower lash mascara, I'm using Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. I've been kind of obsessed over the sample size. I already bought a backup. It leaves my bottom lashes the exact same way I like my top, that like PC dramatic. I'm gonna stick my lashes on. Alright, so I'm going to take the Kat Von D tattoo liner and I'm just going to draw over the lash band really quickly. It just helps to hide it. Alright, so that is the eye look. I'm having like a little battle with myself over pumpkin pie from Jeffree Star or ginger from Kylie. Alright, so ginger for the win. that's it for the final look. Stay tuned for my thoughts on the palette. I'm gonna fix this lip stuff because it's just, I don't know what's wrong with it. Hi guys, so hopefully you just watched the tutorial on this look. I don't know if it worked out. Honestly, I feel like I was not in frame for a bit of it. Obviously today's video is going to be on the Saharan by Juvia's Place. This is their newest palette. So they also came out with an eyeliner, which I missed because I was traveling back from North Carolina, and by the time I got home, it was out of stock. So fortunately, with Juvia's Place, they don't mess around with their restocking. It usually happens pretty fast. Please excuse the blotchiness on my chest. I don't know. First thing that I noticed when I opened this up was how small the pans were. It's abused, just so we're clear. The same amount of shadows, just like holy jamoly, the size difference. Do I think you need a pan this large? No. I'll never hit pan on any of them, probably ever. But yeah, just makes you feel like you got more of a bang. I really like, it's just how easily I can kind of lock these palettes in with each other. Like I'll just set them in the lid of the other one. I think that's really cool. When I put my Juvia's Place palettes together, do I need any other? No. I do think that within this palette, they did change the formula. I do notice a difference in the mattes especially. I like the mattes in all their palettes, but they're very much outshined by the shimmer formula. The shimmers from Juvia's Place are probably my favorite formula ever. They perform so well dry. You almost don't even need to use them wet. I did use Kia wet, but most of them you don't even need to use them wet. I did want to try Juvia as a highlighter. I really wish that Juvia's Place would start coming out with freaking highlighters, because I use their lighter eyeshadows, like Giza has been beat up as a highlighter. I'm really excited that they put this black in a palette for me. That's literally the only thing. That and a cream shade. Since these are African inspired, I highly doubt we'll ever get a cream shadow from them. I know that they're looking at this from a basis of what would look best on a darker skin tone, and I just don't think a cream is really going to enter that at any time. It would be really cool if they did that. I've noticed a lot of palettes lately not putting cream shadows in there, and that's cool with me. I would rather just grab my single. It's always going to be like, I keep it right here. If missing out on a cream shadow gets me a red, you know what I mean? Speaking of the red, I haven't even swatched it yet. It's very red. I really appreciate this red, because let me just tell you, I'm so tired of the pinky reds that people keep putting in palettes. So this will come in use Valentine's. The black, let me swatch the black since I was talking about it, is very pigmented. I mean, I couldn't have been more impressed with that black. Let me just swatch a couple of the shimmers. Here is Senegal, Would-It-Be, and Boro. I don't know, Boro. I didn't want to use, wait a second, there's the gold, oh my gosh. There is sort of like a bronzy dot, and then this shadow I really wanted to use. I've seen a lot of people using them in their tutorials, and you know, I always try to be different. But yeah, you can't argue with that pigmentation. I'm really happy. I'm always really happy. I did notice that this is getting a little bit more expensive when you add up how much product is in here versus how much product like you got in the Nubian too. They're getting more popular. Tis what it is. It's gonna happen. Anyways, guys, I did want to do a Q&A video. That's how I feel about it. I just don't think you guys understand how boring I am. Like, I can talk about my cat for a while. If you want to ask questions about Max, it flatters me that people want to know things about me, and if that's what makes you, you know what I mean? Like, I've seen a lot of comments talking about how I'm not as relatable. Showing my personality would make you guys, you know, want to come back to me and stuff. So I want to do a Q&A. I just want you guys to leave me comments about like questions that you want to know. Like, so I think I'll do like a Q&A while I'm doing a tutorial. If you have questions that you want me to answer, because I'm not creative enough to think of my own questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section. I really hope you guys like this tutorial. I'm probably going to do a lot more with it. I freaking love my Juvia's Place palettes.